My name's Dustin Welch. I am one of the two directors of NuSol Capacity Fund. It's a startup nonprofit based between Bellingham and Seattle, and we work to install renewable energy systems in communities without access to electricity. We engage communities from the onset of a project so that they are involved in all the decision-making process, and then we basically value their own cultural distinctiveness, their own economic needs and priorities. The system will provide power for the medical post in the town, as well as power lighting for the elementary school. Additionally, the system will also power a charging station, and the project will include the provision of one rechargeable LED lantern per household. Short term, obviously, our main goal is to successfully complete this project, to bring together the funds, the resources, and just really make this project happen. And then the next step after that was to monitor it and evaluate it to ensure that it's actually being sustained. But once the sun goes down, to do very basic tasks that we take for granted, just reading, having extended hours to work at night. Those things that, for as rudimentary as they are, they have a large potential for impact on educational attainment, financial advancement, economic advancement through prolonged working hours. A medical post would allow for having like plugins and the ability to have like basic like health tools. So that the rural doctors can attend to basic health needs. You have to be constantly, learning the best practices of any endeavor, and then taking what works, and then delving further into that. Not necessarily just discarding what doesn't work, but trying to understand why certain things didn't work. Why is this in a certain case that certain things fail or not really materialize the way you thought they would? What we're looking for is to establish some sort of a framework for monitoring and evaluating our projects that we conduct in these communities, to basically gauge the impact it's had on people quantitatively and qualitatively. Even despite our best efforts with the manuals that we're creating, to convey these ideas to these people, and to do it not in a way that's simply a token conveyance of, hey, this is how you do something, but actually getting them to understand something and then be able to replicate it for the future, because like we've talked about, sustainability is of paramount importance. There's language barriers. There's people that speak predominantly Quechua and not Spanish, and beyond that you have a very low level education, so when you explain things to you or I, and you say, okay, this is AC, this is DC, this is an inverter, and does this and does that, things that a lot of people have experience with growing up, they don't necessarily have that, and even if they do, then you still have like a linguistic barrier. So that you're introducing a lot of ideas and concepts that people aren't really familiar with.